Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to more Understand. Oh, to be a tiny square connected by lines to form a unique puzzle. It's been a little bit since I've played Understand. Do I understand where I was before? Believe it or not, I actually do. I've been thinking about this frickin' puzzle. This one right here, for like a week, dude. I've been thinking about this sucker for a week, because I think I understand what I have to do with it. I think I was close at the end of the one episode, man. I think it's gonna be something like this. I just have to figure out how to make this work. And it's going to be as simple as this. I think this is going to work. Like this. It frickin' does. It does. We also have no audio. Give me 1 second to get audio. I know it. You can hear the music, but okay. So this is now good. You guys told me that I was like painfully close to getting this. So we got it. A+. What the hell do I do here though? Okay. Okay. So rethink about your rules, right? Rethink about your rules. You know that the two shapes have to be, divide by 2 kind of vibe. I mean, this one is a little weirder, right? But it's the same vibe. So how do we make a set of shapes that do something like that? How do we make a set of shapes where it will fit how this is? What if it's something like this, right? So this is well, I mean, it would have to be this. No. Yeah. No, that's correct. So you got something like that. But then the smaller version of that would be just like a big L. I mean, actually, you know what? What if it is that? It wouldn't be this. It would have to be something like that. We also, dude, where's my sound at? Like, I don't have any sound in this game right now. Like, this should be making a sound. I don't know. Screw it. This is fine. Maybe I'll fix it in a second. So what is different here? So if we think in terms of squares, it is impossible. So we have to think in form of some other shape that we can do this subtraction by. And it has to be at least 4 big as well. So what if it was as big as this? So if we were to do the division, well, it's an odd number on a side, right? So that is not going to work. Because you gotta keep it as an even number, at least I think. What about like something... I'm just doing the reverse of what I did prior, right? What if it's something... Okay. What if we wrap around like this? Dude, I'm still kind of invested in whatever idea this is. Even though I feel like this is extremely wrong. See, the problem is I now have this in my head. And what are the odds of them doing the same thing again? I'd say that those chances are low. So I'm thinking it's going to be something weird, like a shape like this, right? Where you then would have... So it would have to be a 4 by 2 by. Something like that. So why would that not work? Well, glad you would ask. Why would that not work? In my head, that feels correct to me. That feels correct. Sorry, I was also turning sound back on. Apparently, it still does not like. I'm just gonna restart the game, okay? Apparently, it does not want the sound to turn back on. Just give me a restart. Hey, okay. And you can see. Look, this series is an internal struggle anyway. It's okay if we mess around a little. Now it's like really loud. Okay. What shapes can we make? There's obviously this shape here, right? But that now requires us to have an 8x4, which we're never going to get. So that's not realistic. So what if it is instead a Z? Right? What if it's a Z? Is it even possible to make it a Z? So it would then be... No, you know what? It's not possible for it to be a Z. Because this set of 3, if you were to make a chunky Z, you know, it would look something like that, right? You would always have this separated. So it can't be a Z shape. There can't be like 2 right angles in it kind of thing. Maybe you got something like a staircase. Or what if it's like this? And then... No, see, honestly, that's not really realistic for that to be it either. Take a look at all of our options we've done. 1 to a 2x, 1 to a 2x, 1 to a 2x, 1 to a 2x, 2 to a 2x1 to a 2x4, 3x1 to a 6x2, 4x2 to a 2x1, 4x4 to a 2x2, and then this shape. And that's where things get more complicated. Because it could be any shape, man. Right? I mean, it could be any shape. What is this? This is a 4x3. There's no way to make a 6x8. So just give up on that. And there's no way to do a half. So the most that I think we can make a thing is a 4x. Right? What if we did... Okay, so 2 2x2s and 1 4x4 they do not like. Which, to be fair, I get it. I do. What if instead... I mean, just humor me. We know that's not going to work. And, I mean, theoretically, neither should this. But what shape am I missing? What shape am I missing? What if we made a... This is a 5x5. It's just not possible. So the most we can do is a 4x4. And I don't think the 4x4 is doable. Right? Because if the 4x4 is doable, these have to be in a 2x2 square, and they're not. So the 4x4 is not doable. The 5x5 is also not doable because you can't do a half. Right? Odd number on the big one will never work. So that's out of the situation as well. What if it was... See, this is where we now have to think. Because I've been trying to combine the up and the down together. What if it's the top and the bottom together, right? So this is an 8x2. We would have to shrink this to a 4x1. Which will not be possible. But what if we mess with that a little bit more? Right? What if we have a... What if we do like something like this, right? Where this is the shape. And then that turns into... Except you would have to do it even bigger. But then that's never gonna work. I'm just trying to think of other shape variations, right? That would lend themselves to fit what we need to do here. So the 8x2... The problem with the 8x2 is this is the only thing that makes sense, but this is a 6x1. We need this to be a 4x1. So that will never work. But what if we had like a 6x2 and then 2 3x1s? I mean, it will not work. We can pretend, but it will not work. In fact, it's also like probably impossible to make that shape anyway. Yeah, don't even bother. It can only be two things. It can only be 2 things. It's gotta be weird, right? It's gotta be weird. There's no way it's not weird. Which tells me it's gonna be something like real stupid like this. Well, it'd be this. Wait. This? What if it was this, right? So it would hold up. What if it's this? I felt really good about that one. I'm gonna tell you. I felt really good about that one. No, you know what? It's this. No, not that, not that, not that. It's this. What? 2x2? 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 Damn, it is off, actually. Okay. So it would have to be a 5x. So it would be this. Hey, baby, let's go. Yo, that feels so good, actually. That feels so good. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was looking at this had 3, right? And I went, what if we had 3 of them together instead? And then it just lent itself to this vibe. I love it. Okay, dude, I'm gonna tell you, 4- has been easily the hardest section of this game, and a lot of you said, Tyler, 4- is tough. So I'm feeling okay. I don't remember doing this at all. So let's see. 1x, and then a triangle. 1x triangle. 1x triangle. 1x thick triangle. Oh yeah, then this got weird. 2x1, 2x1, 2x1. Yeah. Oh no, this was the fit things in a square. Yeah, okay. We did mess around with this for a little bit. This was the it has to form a square. Yep. I got you. So how do we do? Well, let's think about it a little bit. We would have to, so if it was something like this, right? Then those would have to fit in a, yeah, I remember my issues with this one now. Because right now, this is a 4x4 space that these guys must be contained in. But these guys also have to be contained in that same 4x4 space. So how do you make that into a reality? And the answer is, you don't. No, the answer is, obviously you are not going to combine these two together. You're going to do the tops and you're going to do the bottoms, which is exactly what we just went through and didn't understand. And we're going to do the same thing again here. Now, it has to be a square. So what if we combined? Well, the most we can do is a 4x4 square. Right? Unless a rectangle is allowed. But I don't think it can be. And can there be multiple parts? That's another good question. I don't think there can be. I would like to prove that, though. But honestly, it's going to be really difficult to prove because they don't ever give us the option for that. So I find it hard to believe they would throw at us in the final one that there could be multiple parts. Because here was my idea, right? What if we just separate 4 4x1s to form one 4x4? The answer to that is you will not be. So we have to now rethink that a little bit. So how do you then form a square with this? And what if it's, you know, something like this, right? So that slips onto there. This is an 8x, that's an 8x. So rectangles do not count. So it has to be a square. If it has to be a square, dude, then I'm just gonna be blunt with you. I think I'm still out on this one. I don't know how you would make a square out of this. I really don't. Because if this is a 4x4, right, you can never fit these two together. And this is too long. And these guys in the middle, this becomes a 5x5, but there's no realistic way to include that because you can never pass through when going this way to put those two together. So either these two have to be together or these two have to be together. And I don't realistically see. I mean, you know it can't be rectangles because otherwise this would work, right? You know, there's no need to get too crazy. I don't know how to solve that. And I'm just gonna cut my losses, right? 4, 9. Start on a circle, end on empty square, separate squares in a square. Okay? Okay? Touch all circles. Doesn't have to start with a circle, but touch all circles. Square has to be a even numbered square. Okay. So that will fail because it's not even numbered, but this will pass. Okay. I mean, honestly, dude, so far so good. I'm with this thus far. Well, what happens here? Okay, that's extremely weird. I don't think I understand that one at all. Total number of squares in the square has to be even. Is that what we're going for? So like something like this fails. Why does that fail? Why does that fail? Maybe it's a symmetry thing. You know, has to be symmetrical in some way. It's a wonky one. It is a wonky one. Just thinking. What? What the hell? How does this pass? Well, I guess the shape that each square is in is the same, and white space doesn't matter. What? What? I don't. Okay, I clearly don't understand. What is happening here? Why does this pass? And then even better, why does this pass? That's what we need to look at. What we need to do is we need to determine what the actual dots are, right? So start with a circle. Touch all circles has to be the first one. Don't touch a square is the second one. So touch all circles, don't touch a square. And I don't know what the last two are. The problem is you get all of these like really easily. This last one has something to do about the square being in an even number type situation, because obviously that fails, but that doesn't. This will fail because of that, but it passes the last one because this is a 2 in the white space. So let's look at the white space, maybe. Is that where we need to first focus our attention here? What changes with this white space? What happens if we do this? So that fails our magical thing. Now, I will say, this is 7. This is 6, but these guys are in a 5. So the squares have to be in an even number. So this is 9, so they fail the last one. But this is 8, they still fail the last one. That passes. So we dude, I'm gonna tell you, I have no freaking clue. I have no clue. What the hell is this? This makes quite literally 0 sense to me. So just try some random shapes. I mean, we know that the squares gotta be together, right? So you can only do so much here. How about that? How about this? How about... I mean, do the squares have to be together? I think they do. We can test that. So the squares got to be together. That's going to be the third one, which is why we can't find a way to fail the third one here, because the squares are always together. So you can't separate the squares. You gotta touch all the circles. You can't touch the squares. And the last one is something, man. It's something. But I mean, we can piece together what this is then, right? Like, there's only so many options here because these squares have to be together. So what if it's like, and we know we can have white space, but we don't know what that white space is, which does not make this any easier. Yeah, see, that immediately fails the third one. So third one is the squares got to be together. What if see, first one is touch all circles, so we know the circles got to be together. So this fails. This has 9, but now they're separated. This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's an even number. It ain't symmetrical, I'll give you that. You know, maybe that matters. How about this? It is symmetrical in some ways. You know, the square is in a different spot. If that matters to you. I mean, is it like you gotta have the maximum number of spots without... Maybe that is what it is. Hold up. What if we do something like this? Is it you have to enclose the most... No, because theoretically, I have no idea. I have literally no idea. I'm gonna tell you. I have so little clue of what the hell this one is. So clearly there's a shape here, right? Each one is the same. I don't get it here at all, especially with the white space. I don't understand that. Like, even in the slightest. But what if we do... I mean, look, you have to... You have to wrap these. So you got like boom, boom. He would also need one. So you go... Like that. I don't know. There's no way to do that easily. I'm literally the problem with this is I'm doing a completely blind puzzle. I have no idea what it is. I don't even have a guess, to be perfectly honest. So it's kind of blind leading the blind on this one. I'm gonna try to maximize the amount of space again. This is the maximum I can give you. What if I leave some empty space in the bottom, right? You liked it when I did it that one time. I have no freaking clue what this one is. Unfortunately, I really don't. And the problem is I just can't spend time working on a puzzle I don't know the rules to. It feels so... I mean, it's just a waste of time to do it. I don't know where to begin. I mean, that likely makes you mad. Because you're probably like, Tyler, we want to see you beat the puzzle. I'm with you. I want to see me beat the puzzle too. But I don't know how to solve it. I really don't. I mean, nothing makes sense here. Give it one more look through. One more look through. This is an even. It's a 2x2. It's a 2x3. It's a 2x1. It's a 1x4. 2x4. 2x2. Then you do this and you lost me. It's the stacked same shape. Stacked same shape. Stacked same shape. Stacked same shape. Same shape, but I'm allowed white space. And then this one breaks me. This one breaks me. I have no idea what this means. Because this is not the same I guess stacked same shape? Is it this is what's making it? And then that? Okay, I mean, I'll try, right? I'll try. So it would be like... Okay, if they're all the same shape, let's think about this guy. Because I mean, technically this guy is also valuable. What if it's this, right? Then we could do like... him. So see, immediately that falls apart. So if we have this guy... You know what? I almost want to. I'm going to tell you. This is going to get really weird, okay? This is going to get really weird. I'm actually taking a screen grab of this, and I'm opening it up in Paint, because I want to draw on this and see some lines here. So let me create a new capture for this Paint window. If we're going to do it, we're going to freaking do it right, okay? That's where I'm at right now. So let's get super strange. Sorry, I never set this kind of stuff up on the fly. Okay. So here's our new puzzle window. So if we look at, I need a pen that you can actually see. Okay. Should work. There we go. Okay. So let's take a look at this guy. If he is like this, right? That means this guy can either be like this or like this. And he can't be either of those. Never mind. He can also be like this, but if he's like this, then this guy can't be like that. So that means this guy can't do that, right? So now let's look at this, okay? If he's like that, then this guy can be like this and like this. Is there a path where we can put everything in? You would have to go, I'm gonna make a new color here. You would have to go like, no. I mean, there's just not, right? Because you would have to start up here or finish up there. And then there's no way you have to finish on both sides. So it can't be this set of L's either. So that effectively shuts out every L shape that these can be. Because otherwise our circle is locked in. Because it can't be this. If it's this, then the circle is locked in. There's no path to get him out. And then on the flip side, you also have this one, right? Which you would have this, but you would have an ending point here, here, and here. And if you have 3 ending points, you'll never win. So it can't be an L. I think that's the important discovery that we're supposed to make before we can continue. Which now tells me is going to be this. Okay? It's going to be this. Now we're creating a breakpoint there. Which is not good. And this. Is there some other way to do this? What if it's a different one of those? What if it's this? And this. I don't think it is. So what okay, what if it's this? You would have 3 ending points again. Well, not necessarily. No, it's improbable, but let me try it. Well, no, it can't because this would have to be filled in. So it would have to be this. Because you can have the empty spot, it just... You gotta do something with it. It's just as soon as you create another... Oh, I'm sorry, I still had this up on the screen. I'm back to this anyway, because it's almost easier to draw on this once you have the puzzle. Once you have multiple ending points, it breaks. So now I'm looking at something like this, and then like this. See, but then this guy is left in the hell a little bit, unless it is like literally that simple. Could it be that simple? I don't think it necessarily can. give it a college shake? Of course not. I mean, that feels obvious to me. Maybe not obvious to you, but it feels obvious to me. What else do you have here? What else do you have? I swear to God, I've ruled out the triangles, man. The right angles. There's no path. We lock in a circle there. If you don't lock in the circle, then you got a 3 endpoint situation. And then if you have this, you got a 2 endpoint situation. And then you still have this guy over here. So you got this. You lock in the circle. And it's just, I mean, you got, in terms of endpoints, you got one here, and one here. 3 endpoint situation, you automatically know it's a massive no-no. Plus, to be honest, I don't think you're allowed to have a dead space like that either. I'm giving it my all. This is just, you know, my way of showing you, hey, I don't know how to do this. I feel like if I explain why I don't know, and you see my thought process, maybe, I mean, hopefully it helps you maybe spur how to do this. You know, I think that's important, that you also are learning a little bit about how we could do this. What if it's, you know, you can have them combined, right? So what if you got something like this? Well, I mean, you can never have that, right? Because these two in the corner would then be locked in. So what if you got like this? Can't do that either. So you could have... What if it's like this shape? Right? There's something here. There's something here. You could have... Okay. Hold on. My brain is seeing something. It can't be this. But what if it was instead like that or something? Where you have... It can't be that because you have to be able to put a dot there. Feels like I'm doing freaking Morse code or something in here. This is still intriguing to me. But then the only other way you could do that is by doing this. And then that isolates the circles. So it can't be that. But you could have a whole 6-banger. Not gonna happen. 4-banger. 4-banger. Can't happen. 2-banger. 2-banger. Can't do those kinds of 2-bangers. If you do 2-bangers like this, well, I suppose you could do this, right? Could you do that? The answer is no. And why is the answer no? So you have an ending point. Never mind, the answer is yes. That's actually how you do it. That is how you do it. Because you could go like this. Really? Really? Wow, dude. I felt really good about that, actually. That means that we have a misunderstanding of the puzzle itself, which in a lot of ways is even worse. Oh, it's because they have to be together. They can't be separated. Okay, honestly, that changes the game a lot, in a lot of ways. Yeah, so they can't be separated. I guess we understand that, right? We understand that, haha, name of the game. So what if instead it's like... Boom. Boom. Automatically isolates, so it can't be that. Boom, boom, boom. Isolates those. It can't be that. You would have... Can't do that. That's not doable. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Isolates those. So they have to be together. They have to be together. You got doop, doop, and then it's isolated. You got doop. We like it. Doop. We hate it. Honestly, this is not gonna happen. You got this. It's too many, right? It's gotta be a 3-banger. Boop. 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 You start here. You got 2 circles on ends. Cannot happen like that. But if you do this instead, they all got to be the same, man. They all got to be the same. What shape can they all be the same with? Yoink. Yoink. I just don't know. This isolates the circles. I keep on forgetting they don't have to all be, like, it doesn't have to be 3 separate. It just has to be 2. Let's start thinking differently, right? Let's start thinking differently. How about that, man? That's gonna work. That's gonna freaking work. That's gonna freaking work. And that, my friends, is why you open MS Paint to understand. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, a like on the video is much appreciated. I am going to forewarn you. This is your I'm gonna call it maybe the 3 or 4 episode warning. I'm probably gonna be ending the Understand series. I know this one has become a bit of a cult favorite, and you guys really enjoy watching me struggle through these puzzles. I gotta open up slots for other games. There's too much coming out this year. I gotta open up some slots for other games. I'm not done with Understand though. I'm gonna play this game on stream most likely, and just I enjoy it a lot. I think it's a good brain exercise. Keeps me young. I like it. I like it a lot. So hey, thanks so much for watching. As always, like on the video, much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.